Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome back to our English learning podcast, English Every Day. I'm your host, John.
And I'm Lisa. We're both very happy you're here with us today. We're going to talk about something very interesting. The good things about doing nothing. This might seem strange, right? Usually, we think that if we're not doing anything, we're just being lazy or not doing our work.
Precisely, Lisa. But today, we want to shift that perspective and shed light on how doing nothing, or in other words, taking time to rest, relax, and just be, can have a wealth of benefit. But before we dive in, let's introduce some key words to enrich our vocabulary. We'll incorporate these words into our conversation, which should make it easier for you to remember and use them in the future.
That sounds like a great plan, John. So, the first word is idle. Idle is an adjective and it means not active or in use. Think of a car engine running without the car moving. We say the engine is idling.
The next term is downtime. Downtime is a noun that refers to time when you are not working or busy. It's a break or a pause from our usual activities.
The third key word is recharge. Recharge is a verb and it means to regain energy or strength. Imagine how you plug in your phone to recharge its battery. The same concept applies to our bodies and minds needing rest to regain energy.
And the last word for today is productivity. It's a noun that refers to the effectiveness of effort, especially in a work or business context. It's about how much we can achieve using the least amount of resources, including time.
Great explanation, John. Now that we've covered the keywords, let's plunge into our topic. First, one of the major benefits of doing nothing is it helps us recharge. Much like a battery, we need this downtime to regain our energy and keep going. It's easy to think that we need to be constantly busy to achieve our goals, but there's a lot of value in taking time to just be idle.
You're absolutely correct, Lisa. We live in a fast-paced world where there's constant pressure to achieve, to be productive, but this constant work can lead to a state known as burnout. Burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. It's that feeling when you're completely drained without the motivation or energy to continue. It can affect your health, happiness, work performance, and relationships. This is why it's incredibly important to take breaks to recharge.
Yes, John. And when we talk about recharging, we don't necessarily mean sleeping or napping. Recharging can be as simple as sitting quietly for a few minutes, enjoying a cup of tea, or watching the birds in your garden. It's about taking a break from active thinking and just letting your mind wander.
Exactly. Another benefit of doing nothing is that it can give your creativity a significant boost. When our minds are idle, it allows us to think in new and innovative ways. This is because our brains aren't busy focusing on specific tasks or problems. Instead, they have the freedom to wander, to explore new ideas and possibilities. This freedom can lead to creative insights and solutions we might not come up with when we're focused on work or other tasks.
You're right, John. Many artists, writers, and scientists have had great ideas when they're not busy. This happens because when we're not busy, our minds can think freely and come up with new ideas. This often happens when we're relaxed or doing easy things like taking a shower or going for a walk. These are the times when we suddenly get a great idea.
That's a fantastic point, Lisa. The third benefit we're discussing today is the ability of doing nothing to allow us to reflect on our lives. Reflection is a key part of personal growth. It involves thinking deeply about our experiences, actions, choices, and feelings. By stepping away from our busy schedules and allowing our minds to rest, we create a valuable opportunity to learn from our past and plan for our future.
And, John, it's important to note that reflection doesn't have to be a formal process. It can be as simple as sitting quietly and letting your thoughts flow freely. You might think about things you did well, mistakes you made, and what you learned from them. You might ponder your values, your goals, and your dreams. Reflection can help you understand yourself better, and this self-awareness can lead to more intentional and fulfilling life decisions.
Absolutely, Lisa. Another key benefit, and one that is increasingly important in our modern, fast-paced world, is the improvement to our mental health. By doing nothing, we can reduce our stress and anxiety levels, increase our overall satisfaction with life, and boost our mood. When we give ourselves permission to take a break and do nothing, it sends a powerful message to our brains that it's okay to relax, to not be in a constant state of high alert. This can help us feel more peaceful and calm.
Yes, and it's important to remember that mental health is just as important as physical health. We wouldn't expect our bodies to work constantly without rest, and we should have the same expectations for our minds. So don't feel guilty about taking some downtime to do nothing. It's an important part of maintaining mental health.
That's a critical point to emphasize, Lisa. Doing nothing is not about being lazy or unproductive. It's about recognizing the need for balance in our lives. It's about understanding that being productive all the time isn't healthy or sustainable. We all need periods of rest and relaxation to balance out the periods of activity.
Absolutely. The ultimate goal is to strike a healthy balance between work and rest, activity and relaxation, doing and being. We shouldn't feel guilty for taking time to do nothing. Instead, we should see it as an essential part of self-care. It's not only beneficial for our mental and physical well-being, but also for our overall productivity.
I wholeheartedly agree, Lisa. In fact, taking time to do nothing can actually increase our productivity in the long run. When we're rested and recharged, we can approach our tasks with more energy, focus, and creativity. So, paradoxically, sometimes the best way to get more done is by doing less.
So, folks, it's all about balance. Work and rest, activity and inactivity are all essential parts of life. Taking time to be idle, to enjoy some downtime, to recharge is not wasted time. On the contrary, it's time well spent. It's an investment in our overall productivity and well-being.
Well said, Lisa. And on that note, we've come to the end of today's discussion. Remember to practice using our keywords: idle, downtime, recharge, and productivity. These are not just words, they are essential components of a balanced, fulfilling life.
Yes, that's very true. We hope that this conversation has helped to shift your perspective on what it means to do nothing and why it's so important. And remember, taking time to do nothing isn't about being unproductive. It's about ensuring you have the energy, focus, and creativity to be productive when you need to be.
Absolutely, Lisa. It's also a great way to improve your English. You can practice these words and concepts by talking about them with your friends, writing them in a journal, or even thinking about them in your downtime.
That's a wonderful suggestion, John. Incorporating new words and ideas into your daily life is a great way to improve your English skills. And remember, it's okay to take time to recharge. It's not wasted time. In fact, it's one of the most productive things you can do.
And on that note, we've come to the end of today's podcast. We hope you found it informative and helpful. We believe in the power of doing nothing, and we hope that you'll start to incorporate more idle time into your life.
Yes, and we'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. How do you feel about doing nothing? Have you noticed any benefits when you allow yourself some downtime? Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences with us.
Thank you for joining us today on English Every Day. We hope you found our discussion insightful and that you've learned some new words and ideas. Remember, language learning is not just about studying grammar and vocabulary. It's also about exploring new ideas and perspectives. And today, we explored the power and benefits of doing nothing.
And with that, we say goodbye. Don't forget to take some time for yourself today, to do nothing, to simply be. See you next time on English Every Day.
Goodbye, everyone.